Hello, everyone. How is it going? Hope you guys are having a great day today. All right, guys. So, in this video, we are going to talk about how to fix your roster. Yes, guys. So, this video is going to be very important for all the beginners, intermediate players, and even pro players who are actually stuck in the game and cannot progress further from a particular level. Let's say in arena, in solo raids, or in league raids or champions arena as well. All right. So, before we get into the roster directly, I just wanted to let you know that if you're new to the channel and if you're watching this video for the first time, I would like to ask you to please hit the subscribe button and click on the bell notification for further updates on videos just like this. All right, guys. So, I've been doing a lot of roster reviews recently on my live streams. If you don't know where the live streams are happening, then I'll just leave the link to the channel down in the description. I basically do roster reviews in like every once in every week or maybe twice in like 2 weeks, once in 2 weeks, so at least a week. So leave the link to the streaming channel below in the description and also pin it in the comments. But yeah, one thing that I've noticed in those roster reviews is that, especially beginners, what they tend to do is that they just go ahead and build the character that they have just unlocked. It doesn't matter what character you have unlocked, the character should be worth the resources that you're spending on it, right? So let's say, for example, if someone unlocks Arkham Knight Batman, they're like super happy that they got a legendary character, which they should be happy. And unlocking a legendary character is a big thing, but when you basically work on Arkham Knight Batman as a beginner, you're actually spending a lot of your resources on a character which is probably just going to be a support character for your other teams. So this is one thing that I've really noticed a lot, and I would really like to tell you guys that whenever you unlock a character, just make sure that you check it that if this character is a damage dealer, or if this character is a support character, or if this character is just a normal character which might not give you a lot of returns, with your investment, return on your investment. Right, whatever resources that you're going to invest, it's really hard sometimes to gather those resources like coins as well, the reforges, the gear upgrade material. These are not that easily obtained for a lot of people. For some people, it's like it's a piece of cake. They just go in, they play a lot of solo raids, they get like millions of coins from solo raids. They get millions of also gear upgrade materials, and also reforges quite easily. But for some people, it's just too difficult. So just make sure that you check out which character you have unlocked. Even if it's a legendary character, there are many legendary characters, who are not that good. Like let's say Justice League Superman is a crappy character. As I talked about Arkham Knight Batman, he's good, but he's only good as a support character. Darkseid is good, but only in Arena and Champions Arena, not that good in the League raids. Brainiac is good, yes, but again, he is mostly used as a support character, right? So make sure that whenever you unlock a character, you just check it out and make sure that you do not work on a character that is not going to give you any returns on the resources that you invest. Right, now, moving on to the next point that I've noticed is that a lot of people actually, when especially for beginners, I wouldn't even say intermediate players, but especially beginners, when they basically start building a character, they either just focus on trying to make that character tanky. You know, I don't know why this happens, but a lot of people think that if a character lasts long during the fight, in return he will do more damage. But that's not true. Whenever you unlock a character, as I said, if it's a damage dealer, then you build them as a damage dealer. If it's a support character or a tank, you need to build them as a tank or a support character. And if it's a combo builder, like for example, Reverse Flash, or for example, anyone like Batman and Robin, you know, basically these are combo builders which help the entire team in order to build those combos fast, and then you tag in your damage dealer, and then you do the damage with a high combo meter, right? So whenever you basically are building a particular character, make sure that you put the exact stats that is required. Let me give you a quick example. So this character that we have over here, let me just pick a normal simple character which is commonly found at Silver Banshee, right? Now Silver Banshee is a damage dealer. Okay, now Silver Banshee is basically, most of the damage that she does is on her special 3. All the specials are important: special 2, special 1, and special 3. But special 3 is the one that basically will give you a huge ton of damage. Now, in order to build this character, what we need is a lot of attack. Now, we don't do any damage with the basics. We don't do any damage with DOT or anything like that with this character. We only do it with a special 3. So, and in order to increase that damage with the special 3, you need to add a lot of attack. So these are the stats. You can easily view it for every character. So these are the stats. So over here, what you need to do for Silver Banshee, just an example, there are different builds for different character. So if you add a lot of health, if you add a lot of resistance or defense, I mean defense is maxed out by default. Or let's say if you add a lot of fast attack over here as well, it will not help you out. So this is one example. You need to add a lot of attack over here. As you can see, there is health, 19,820 health on the left side, and then there is almost 8,000 attack, right? So this is a character which is completely built on attack. Now, let me give you another example. Another example over here is Batman Ninja Catwoman. Now, this particular character has a little bit different build than you know our Silver Banshee. So the stats over here, it says that. So basically, it mostly depends on the support characters as well. Now, this is a Batman Ninja team that we have. So basically, Grodd is the reason why Batman Ninja Catwoman and other teammates in Batman Ninja team does a lot of lethal attack. So which makes it mandatory to max out lethal attack chance over here. So there it is maxed out. Then in return, you also need to max out your fast attack because you need to build a combo meter before you do a special 3, right? So that's why I've also added fast attack over here. And as she is a damage dealer, on any damage dealer you build, you need to always have your critical attack damage and critical attack chance maxed out, right? Except for a few characters, which is like Multiverse Armored super good because she gets a lot of crit chance and crit damage from reverse. I'm sorry, from the Flash. That is, I guess, only the one character. We don't add CAD and CAC4. She is completely built on attack. But other than that, any other damage dealer that we are building, you need to make sure that you add CADs, CACs, and then you see how this character works around. Now, I know it might be a lot for beginners, but things are being made easy by a lot of YouTubers out there, but because they have a lot of build guides. I myself have made around 35 or 40 build guides, and almost I've covered all the damage dealers, all the characters that are mandatory that will help you in the long run. I've covered all of them. If there is a playlist on the channel, if you guys go ahead and watch that playlist, you will see these build guides quite easily. So instead of blindly adding resistance or blindly adding any sort of talent just to increase the threat, just to increase the threat of that particular character, it's not ideal. You will never go far. You will not do the damage, the optimal damage that that particular character is supposed to do. So make sure that whenever you start building a character, don't just put in random effects or random talents on your gears or on your talents. As I said, just make sure that you watch the bill guide. Let's say if you're watching my channel or anyone else's channel, that's fine. You just pick up any bill guide because it's pretty much the same. So, and you also have these Discord servers where you can actually go in and find the bill guides directly, right? So it's that easy. Just watch the video or go on Discord. You will find bill guides anywhere. Build is very important. Now, mostly this is where people get stuck, and I've basically seen a lot of comments, a ton of comments below in the comment section, people asking me that I have a 7-star Batman Ninja Catwoman or a 7-star Batwoman the Drawn, but she's only doing like 2 million damage or 3 million damage out of 100 million, right? So that is because you haven't built that character right, and this will basically be one of those game changing moments for you, when you start building these characters in the right way. All right, guys. So that was it. And now moving on. What a lot of people think is that the threat that you can see over here, the roster's threat, is more important. But believe me, guys, it is not. What is more important is the character that you unlock and how you build it. Okay, your roster threat might be 12 million. You might be 10 million. Or let's say even less than 10 million. But if you have the right characters built, and there is a guy who is having 20 million roster threat, and there is a guy having 10 million roster threat, the guy who is having 20 million roster threat is not building their characters correctly, just adding random talents and random effects. It doesn't matter how much threat he has. He is not going to do a lot of damage in the raids and solo raids anywhere, right? On the other hand, a character or a player who is having 10 million roster threat but has built 6 teams, Hasn't invested on anything else, just worked on six teams, and I've built the characters exactly how they're supposed to build in the right build guy in the right build, with the damage dealers in the right way, support characters in the right way, the combo builders in the right way. And believe me, that 10 million player will do like way more damage than that 20 million roster threat player. So this is the difference, guys. This is the difference that right information can make in this game, and this is the difference between pro players and noobs, right? So I'm not saying that beginners are completely blank about the game. They should watch all my videos and everything like that. But just make sure that whenever you build a character, whenever you start working on any particular character, you just need to make sure that if that particular character is worth your resources. All right, guys. So this was mostly about the roster. Now there are other game modes as well, which we're going to talk about. So there is arena, there is champions arena. Now we talked about raids, how to do increased damage in raids by building the right characters. But there are certain game modes over here, which basically a lot of people may not be that good at. Like let's say arena beginners may find it difficult to reach at a certain level in arena. Now, over here as well, I've actually made a complete guide on how to rank higher on the leaderboard. Now, let me give you a quick review over here. Now, I'm not going to take a lot of time in Arena, especially. So, what you can do is whenever you start playing Arena, just check your ranks, okay, wherever you are and wherever the other players are. So, if you are in top 200, if you are easily able to get into top 200, then you can easily reach Elite 4, which means you can easily unlock a character from there. And if you want to reach legendary spot, then you need to be under rank 50. You can just calculate how many points you require in order to reach rank 50 or rank under rank 200, and that will be enough for you to understand how many points you need in order to be on elite 4, in order to be on legendary spot, in order to be on elite 1, right? So under 200, I think you'll probably easily be there on elite 4 and get 360 shards. All right. So moving on to the next game mode. Now, the reason why I've jumped into Arena first is because Arena is a place where you get a lot of characters. You get them at 360 shots, like 4 stars. There are many characters like Batman Ninja characters, the multiverse characters, Justice League characters, which will help you a lot. Not may not help you that much in the raids or league raids, but will help you a lot in Arena itself in order to get more points and in order to get more gems. Because Arena is like a place where you can easily find these easy gems, 800 gems, 600 gems, even 1,000 gems. The same goes for Champions Arena as well. I mean, over here it's divisions, right? So divisions are easy to see, and you can easily see how many points you need in order to get promoted to the next division. So there is nothing much to talk about over here. Now I am on division number 8, as you can see, and in order to get promoted, I need to be under rank 60. Okay, if I have enough points to get under rank 60, I'll easily get myself promoted, and you don't even have to, grind on a daily basis, especially if you're on I'm sorry, on division 8 or division 7, something like that. Right. Once you go above division 4, then I think you probably need to grind on a daily basis. Now, when it comes to solo raids, guys, and when it comes to especially to solo raid artifacts, you know, what you need to understand is that you need to first unlock the main solo raid artifact. And this solo raid is, Kamidogu Dagger, and just focus on upgrading that one artifact. You may get different artifacts as you proceed. You may not. It completely is based on luck. But once you unlock, once you unlock one artifact, one solo raid artifact, the main artifact for that solo raid, you should only focus on working on upgrading that artifact until it's completely maxed out till level 10. Okay, this will help your roster by a lot. Let me give you an example. Zatanna's Puppet can be useful in any solo raids. Dark Metal cards useful in any solo raids. Nora Snow Globe useful in any solo raids. So, and then we got Twin Blade can be used on any character that does a lot of basic attack damage, right? Like King of Atlantis, Aquaman, Raiden, and even John Constantine at a certain level, right? So basically, you just pick up one artifact, one solo raid artifact, the main one, and you just work it out till level 10 until it's maxed out, right? So this is one tip. And then when you start reaching higher heroics, you need to work on at least getting 5 to 6 teams. 6 teams, it's going to be much better because there are 6 pips in a day. It get refreshed once a day, and you need to have 6 teams first, and then you focus only on those 6 teams. I'm not talking about 6 characters. I'm talking about 6 teams. If you build those 6 teams exactly, they should be as they should be built. Believe me, your damage and solo raids will be increased by a lot. I mean, there will be huge difference in the damage that you do. huge difference in the bosses and sub bosses you defeat, and you will be basically progressing quite fast, right? So those were some tips that I could have given you, or any other player, and having any questions about these things that we discussed, or has anything else to add in it, like any other tip or any other trick that you use which have worked for you a lot in the previous, in the past, then you can just let us know down in the comments, no problem. And yeah, this is the way you fix your roster, guys. Your characters, the resources that you spend is very important. Now, at the end, there is one last thing which is very important, equally important as upgrading and unlocking the characters, is which characters you should go for. All right. So there are three types of characters: support characters, damage dealers, combo builders, and tanks. So let's call it, let's divide it into two categories: damage dealers and support characters. All right. So first, always and for always, all characters that you're going to unlock first should be damage dealers. All right. Let me give you an example. King of Atlantis Aquaman is the first character you unlock. Then after that, you unlock Batwoman the Drowned. Then after that, you unlock Silver Banshee. And the reason why I say Silver Banshee before the LOA team, because it's easy to find her gears. It's not that easy to find the gears for Heartbreaker Harley Quinn. That is the only reason why I'm putting Silver Banshee a little ahead of the LOA team. Once you unlock Silver Banshee, you unlock Heartbreaker Harley Quinn. And then once you unlock Heartbreaker Harley Quinn, then you can try to get the gears for these characters, try to upgrade these characters. Now you already have four teams right here. You know, Silver Banshee with Zatanna's puppet works quite well. We all know entangling poison ivy is required in order to make sure Heartbreaker Harley Quinn works. So basically, the LOA team is required. And then you can use John Stewart Green Lantern easily. You can use Shazam as well if you don't have John Stewart Green Lantern with Batwoman the Drowned. And yeah, if you don't have the other metal characters, it's still fine. But if you build Batwoman the Drowned correctly, she will do billions of damage, not millions. Now, with King of Atlantis Aquaman, if you have no Rust, no Globe, it's great. Or else you can just go with the Dark Metal cards. If you don't have Dark Metal cards, go with the All Blade straight away. So right here, I just said you four teams. Now, after these four teams, you can work on the other teams like Batman Ninja Team. Okay, you can try to unlock Beast Boy, and then you can go for Raven after that. If you follow these steps, these unlock order that I just said then believe me, you will see the difference. And always and always and always make sure to watch a build guide on Discord or on any of these videos that I've uploaded, and make sure that you build it in the right way. If you don't want to go on a place where you can't just, you will just find it difficult to to save gems, to reach a certain level in arena and champions and in solo raids, right? So I hope this clears any doubts you had, in if you're getting stuck in between or anything else. If you have any questions, once again, let me know down in the comments, guys. All right, guys. So, yeah, I guess that's about it for the video, guys. If you enjoyed it, give it a like, and let's meet again in the next video. Until then, guys, you have a great day. Take care and have a good one, guys. Bye bye.